Welcome to Tech in the Car. In this video I'm going to talk to you about the Android 11 beta. Google cancelled their I/O developer conference at the end of May and they released Android 11 at the beginning of June out to developers and anyone that has a Pixel phone to try out. So let's get into it. I'm going to show you some of my favourite features of Android 11. There's some really cool features. And it shouldn't be forgotten that just because Apple have put out a new iOS 14 beta, here on Tech in the Car I'm going to cover everything Android, iPhone, doesn't matter, Samsung, Huawei. I love all technology, so everything is going to be covered by me. So let's get into it. So the first feature of Android 11 I want to point out is screen rotation. Now you wouldn't necessarily think screen rotation is that much of a useful thing to do, but if you have a big phone with a big screen, it could end up being handy. Personally, I don't think I'm likely to use it, but you never know, so it's good to have it. Very useful on the foldable form factors, of course, like the Galaxy Fold, which already does it, but it's a feature that Google have added, and there's a pull down in the notifications at the top which lets you adjust that and turn it on and off, so nice and easy. So the next feature is suggested apps. So just like the new iPhone widgets are now suggesting on your home screen apps which you might find useful and automatically filling out one of the widget rows, the Android 11 beta is doing exactly the same thing. The bottom row are all suggested apps and you can pin them using the little pin icon so they stay there permanently, or you can let them rotate around when Google thinks you need to change them to something else. Will I ever use this? I probably would. I'm not the kind of person that likes organising my home screen. I'm a big fan of what Apple suggested for their new version of iOS. I like it on the beta I've tried so far, and I think this is the same from Google. Although I understand some people might not like this as an idea. But thumbs up again, Google. I like this. It wouldn't be Android unless there were changes to the way the notifications work. And in Android 11 it's no different. Google have changed it to make it much more efficient and easier to understand. The first thing you'll notice is there are three kinds of notifications now. Conversations, for when you're having a conversation by text or WhatsApp or in an instant messenger app. Alerting notifications, stuff like if your Nest camera saw something or if something important happens. And the third kind is silent notifications, maybe the latest YouTube videos or when Google has some news to give you in the app. So three kinds of notifications. It's an interesting idea. Will it make it easier to see what's going on? Probably. Notifications are a bit of a mess on every device, be it iPhone or Android, and it gets confusing and complicated. So fingers crossed that this will make a big difference. It would be interesting to see how it is in the final version. So the next feature is to long press on the home button. So this is an interesting idea. It will bring up your payment details for Google Pay. It will bring up obviously the turning off and reset options in the power settings, but it will also bring up your smart home options. So in my case, I've got a load of Nest cams and I can see what's going on very quickly with easy access. Let's say I want to check on my back garden camera, no problem, I just hit the icon and now it will bring up my Nest Cam. And there's my Nest Cam, so really easy and smart to use. I can also see my smart lights here. Is this the most logical position of a location to put these controls? Probably it is. It's easy access, there's a power button, you can hold it down and you can get access to your payment cards and you can also get access to your smart home. There's no other way to do it, and software maybe wouldn't be the most efficient way. So I like it, it's a good idea. We'll see how it works on the final version, but so far so good. So by far and away the coolest feature of Android 11 is the ability to control your phone with your voice. This is an accessibility feature, so it's not something which is turned on by default. It's a lot like the feature on the iPhone to double tap on the back and open up an app. In my case I chose Google. So it's a feature which isn't necessarily turned on automatically, but it's a really good feature and worth having. Let's have a go with it now. Open Twitter. Tweet. Hello world. Go home. Open Nest. Go home. Open YouTube. Open Music. Go home. So it's really cool. It's a lot of fun to use, controlling your phone with your voice. So those are my top features of Android 11. Screen rotation, new notifications, holding the home button for quick access to Google Pay and to your smart home controls, and then lastly voice control, which is super cool on Android 11. So these are beta features, they may or may not be there when the phone actually launches. Right now there's a screen record function that was there in Android 10 and it was gone. Hope you enjoyed this video. What do you think of Android 11? How do you think it compares to iOS 14 on the iPhone? Let me know in the comments. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please subscribe and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you.